Hello everyone, I'm Ben Jammer from Jammer Studios, and I hope you're all having a good day. In today's video, we should hopefully be finishing up the inventory demo. We will be debugging this, hopefully fully. Now, I did create a video about this earlier, but I did not have any audio in it, and so now I'm redoing it. I finally fixed the audio issue, and I also did finish some of my homework as well, so now I can focus on Jammer Studios again. And that's what we're going to be starting off in today's video. If you like it, please like the video down below. If you like the kinds of things that I do on this channel, please think about subscribing. And if you have any questions, comments, and concerns, then please let me know down below. Without further ado, let's just get right into it with the first change we need to do. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't even know you could do that. That's cool. Well, when I did first come into this, when I first opened it, it said that it couldn't find the chest script, which is kind of weird. So I don't know like what these have. Chest.gd. Yeah. Okay. And then this one is Chest.gd. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. So this is one is kind of weird. Close that. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what that is. Maybe we'll find out in the future. Who knows? But let's just go down to the item script here, and I did change this right here. It used to say we would actually be changing. So here. I'll kind of show you if we did play every single time we hit the E and opened up our inventory, these numbers right here would change periodically. And that is because we would always change the stack size to be just a random value with the stack size. So it would be either from 1 to the max we can hold in a slot. And now this will work, as you just saw. If we kept pressing E and opening up our inventory, we will just have the same amount we originally did before. That was the first thing that we changed right there. And if I haven't mentioned already, this is very useful for when you forget the stack size of an item. And so, wait. Oh, wait, nope, I'm sorry, that's not it. That's not it. This is right here. This line right here. This is if you forget the stack size. So if you go into our player inventory and you just type, okay, I want bananas. Oh, how many bananas can we hold? 10, 20? I don't know. Let's just be safe and just go 100 because I know I didn't type more than 100. So let's just go 100. And if we did that in our player inventory, we would actually go back and start playing. We would open up our inventory system and we can see, oh, it was 20, not 10. If I had 10, we could have had 10 more bananas. You see what I mean? That would be what this line does for you, and it just helps out so that you know you can only carry that max stack size. And this would only work for the beginning of it because the other code for the inventory, it should not go over the stack size, because if it did go over the stack size, well, we're losing bananas. And that's not a very good thing to do. The next thing we did is we went right over to the inventory container. Now, we didn't go to the script. We're actually going to come down to the file system over here and just type container. And we'll go to the scene, and I'll show you what I have right here. So we have it at the bottom of our screen. It originally was at the top, and I realized that the inventory container and our player inventory were overlapping each other, and you wouldn't be able to see it. Now that it is at the bottom here, we'll be able to see our chest inventory. But we still have an issue though. We still cannot see the container sign. Well, what we need to do is we actually need to go back to our file system here and type player. We're going to go and select our player scene. And you can see at this chest zone node that it has a signal. Now this signal wasn't there before, and that's because we didn't connect it. When you go over to node, and we had the body entered and body exited, signals being sent to itself, but we didn't have the chest in range be signaled, be sent out. So I'm going to click on, nope, not that. I need to click on this here where we're sending the signal and just go to method and show you where that is being sent at. And that would be on chest zone, chest in range. And it sends in the list or array of chests that we have. And then when this happens, then the number of chests is updated, which means that we can find out which chest is the closest and open it, quote unquote, open it up so that we can see what's inside. Now we need to actually move it into our UI script. I've updated a little bit. I'm just gonna stay like this for a bit, but this all works right here. What we are gonna do is we are going to flip the visibility of our inventory on or off, and depending on what happened with it, we will then decide. I'm sorry, nope, that's not what's happening here. We're flipping our player inventory on and off, and if we are near a chest right here, this is what the open chest player thing is doing, and the chest inventory is not visible, which means we cannot see it, then we actually will open the chest, quote unquote, and see what's inside, see all the goodies, if we can see our player inventory. And that's what all that's happening here. And then the rest of this is actually just closing it off, making sure we don't see it. And then we just initialize the inventory so that way we can refresh it every single time. I'll just leave it right here for you guys to pause. Now, from this point on, once you have this code written down where you can then play, and we can go up to any chest, but first, let's just see if our inventory works. We're going to hit it, and oh, my bad, I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Yes, this system is still buggy on my end, which we'll actually figure it out ourselves. I'm just going to open up the inventory. We can see our inventory. If I can close it, I can go up to this chest and open it, and you can see we also have chests. The chest is open as well, right there. Fantastic. That is awesome. And they are all different, and you can see if I just keep opening and closing that it just stays the same. That it's pretty accurate. And that it is its own thing. But before we dive right into those issues, as you can see, if we actually do play this again, I'll show you that bucket of milk does not have a 1. Now, some of yours might have a 1, and I did show you the fix earlier, but I forgot to talk about it. We want to go back into our item script here, and right here, this is where we actually started off. So if we either have 1 item, or the stack size is only 1, then we actually do not want to show that label. We then do not want to show that 1 because it's redundant. You can already tell that we already have 1 of those items. And that's why this is here. Now the next order of business should actually be going through all of these scripts that we made and uncomment everything. Some of them are these signal managers that I did comment earlier. You want to make sure that these are open. And the next thing you want to be looking for is the signal called inventory ready. This is inventory open, so we're going to skip down. Inventory open. We're looking for inventory ready. Nothing here. Here we go. So inventory ready. This is actually being sent 2 things. We're going to want to send a inventory and the name of the inventory. This is what we are going to call the name of the inventory as inventory index, which basically tells us what inventory it's from. So is it our player inventory? Is it our chest inventory? And not in this segment, but other ones, is it a hotbar? Things like that. It kind of helps you signify what kind of inventories there are, and if an inventory has if a slot or an inventory has a special characteristic about it. Like you can only put items into that slot, and you can only take items out of that slot. Things of that nature. That's why you could. That's just like a simple version of what you could do with the help of this. And so we're going to be able to send self. And that's what we're going to be doing here. Inventory ready, we have self chest. Oh, interesting. I don't know why it's self. I think that might be off. And now the last thing we want to do before we check the debugging and make sure that everything's good is I did see that there is a problem right here in our slots script. Now, if we go back to our main, I'll show you, we have this as UI. We want to make sure we go into our script, and anytime we see user interface, we just want to make it UI. This is my mistake on my end. I keep flipping back and forth between UI and user interface as the kind of head node for these. So let's just go back through these. I believe slots might be the only one. If not, we'll get an error. So we'll press play. And earlier you did see that I couldn't pick up that apple. Now I can pick up this apple. Look at this. It's going around with me. Awesome. Now let's try and put it back into the slot, and you can see that we cannot for whatever reason. So close that. And that was all I got to in that last episode that I made with no audio. So now we are on our own. And I see we have a hello world, so let's try and looking for that to see what I was on to the other day. So that led me here, and this I know works based on the inventories actually working. So that is not where that is, since we did pick up the apple, this is not where the problem is what I'm saying. I'm trying to get at. The problem would actually be more down here, right? Because this is the GUI input of our slots. So when we left click, let's see, we try and get our inventory set right. If item in hand, we do have an item hand. So then, not slot item, left click empty slot. Yep. Okay, so we left click the empty slot, add item to empty slot. So we go to add item to slot, inventory. So I think we're setting self. We actually need to send player inventory. Oh wait, inventory. Actually, maybe that's not it. Alright, we need to go to inventory ready, which was here. Alright. Connect inventory ready to on inventory ready, which is right here. And we send in the inventory and the inventory name. And so if the inventory index equals chest, we are doing that. Okay, so actually, before we do anything, we need to go back to here. Just go to self and go to Inventory Manager, then hit. Actually, I kind of do need this. So we know that this is active, so we need to print inventory and then print inventory. So what are we gonna call this? You know, let's just go into our chest. Inventory opened. Nope. Inventory opened. Then right here. I'll be right back. So this, we're an inventory container script. This self, it's not supposed to be like that. I don't know why it is, but we just have self and chest. So let's open that up. Okay, still can't, and it's a good thing we can't close the system. So that's a good thing. Let's see if we can do anything with our chest. You open it up, have the arrow, but you actually cannot pull it out. Oh, and I cannot even interact with this. See, this is some interesting stuff. It's all about the GUI input on these slots. It's very tricky and weird. And now we're back to our inventory manager, and you can see what I mean. The user interface. I did it again. It's supposed to be UI. And let's just go in and fix that. I did it so many times. Wow. Okay. Just make sure. Okay. Wow, I still can't put it back for some reason. I don't know why. But let's come into here and just print pressed. Okay. We hit pressed, and then we hit print empty slot. You come in here, left click different item, so then print different item, and then left click same, so print same item. Now this will make sure that we actually see if we are getting it right. Okay, we know that this is working. That left click not holding is working. Item in hand equals no. Left click same item. No. Left click not holding. Here we go. Maybe that's item in hand equals slot.item. Okay, maybe. Okay. Interesting. So if you see, we say we have pressed, but it's not working then for whatever reason. It worked, but then it didn't work. Unfortunately, we will not be able to actually finish this today. The video is running a little long, but we did get very far into it. Now, the only thing we need to fix now would be the GUI inputs. For whatever reason, it's not taking them in, so hold on. Let me try one more thing. Never mind. It was nothing. I thought maybe the mouse wasn't getting to the slots because of the item in hand, but that was not it. There might be some overlapping issues. That's why the mouse isn't getting to click it. So I'm going to have to do a little more digging into this problem, but I'll get back to you guys in the future. I'm so sorry that I did not finish this with you guys today, but I hope you all have a good day. I'm going to leave you off with where I left you guys off with. We do have the inventory set up now. It can open and close. We do have a chest, and it can open and close with random amounts of values, based on random amounts of items, based on random placements, based on random what are they, like apples, arrows, and buckets of milk. We can pick an item up if we just have the inventory. So there's still more issues, but I'll get back to you guys later on this. This has been Ben Jammin from Jammin Studios. I hope you all are having a good day.